Hey everyone, Spirited Drop from the back of a taxi, and I'm heading home after an excellent day of mainly recording today, which has been good. But I wanted to share with you as well that my psychic development circles have started up again for this year, and we had our 8 a.m. circle on Zoom. We've got people from all over the place coming in, and it was really lovely to reconnect again, and also to welcome in some new peeps into their psychic development. And so I decided to use the first class to reconnect. Everyone introduce themselves, not give too much information away though, because we'll be psychically reading that over the coming months. But also for me to re-establish some of the foundational sort of principles around psychism, the psychic senses, how information moves through your awareness, the importance of having your own spiritual practice, whatever that is, but that you've got an observational stillness practice that you do every day to sort of, sorry, speedy taxi driver, I'm bumping around, that you do every day to cultivate that sort of inner observational state and the ability to feel frequency moving through your body. And one of the newcomers to the circle said how much she was loving the explanation, like the language that I was using, and I was really happy to hear that. And it's reminded me of a really important principle when you're exploring the psychic arts, or you're exploring mediumship, or you're exploring the esoteric arts like magic, for example. Our manifesting journey will start in March this year, and I put a lot of emphasis in explaining what the ideas are. And the reason for that is I think it goes hand in hand, understanding even conceptually what it is that you're working on, and then practicing and having the experience of it and having a feedback loop on it. So with the psychic work, I do explain it in my own language. I explain it the way I understand it, the way I'm working with it, and I'm not really into super highfalutin woo-woo language. I like to break it right down, and that works for me, and it works for my students as well. But then that, I think the way that I sort of feel it is that understanding then becomes a container which can house the experience of the psychic impression. And then of course we generate the feedback loops in the classes where you either say, yes, that's absolutely me, that's relevant to me, I ate carrots yesterday, or whatever the information is, whatever exercise they're doing, and you get a feedback loop. And similarly with mediumship as well, Christine Morgan's always huge on that, like understanding, sort of as logically as possible, or at least conceptually, what we're doing, what the spirit realm is, what the senses are, how the information can move through to us, and then that becomes the container through which we can hold the experience. And certainly in my observation, like the better psychics and the better mediums and the better healers are the ones that have a real sort of almost intellectual curiosity around what it is that the experience is, what it is that they're doing. And that curiosity and that continued desire to learn facilitates a deeper experience of what it is that they're doing. So there's the theory and the practice, and you probably could say that holds true for any discipline that you're learning, but it definitely holds true for the psychic arts. So super excited for this new group. Always love having new people join the circle, because obviously then it's new stories, new pasts, new information, new landscapes, new careers, new relational fields that we get to read, which is always good. There's this really awful term that I have heard bandied about, where new people come into the group and it's like, oh good, it's fresh meat, which sounds really vampiric and awful, but what it means is that you've got a fresh person to read that you don't know anything about, so we've got lots of fresh meat. And with the feedback from the group from last year, we're going to be doing a lot more fun stuff. So I'm bringing back remote viewing, I'm bringing back a bit of psychometry, We'll be talking about energy hygiene as well, how to look after yourself as a psychic, and lots of really cool topics like that. So it's not too late to join. You know, they're mixed groups. I only run them in spiritedlivingwithdanny.com. So, but if you're keen to explore your psychic abilities and get lots of practice every week with a beautiful group of like-spirited people, then you're very welcome to join us on www.spiritedlivingwithdanny.com. Okay, everyone, hope that's got you thinking. Bye.